It was described as a madhouse, totally disorganised and Mickey Mouse. Hundreds of international arrival passengers left waiting for hours at immigration and biosecurity checks earlier this week. So what went wrong?
What we saw on Sunday was a little bit unusual, and that was that we did have a number of flights off schedule, about 8 flights.
Auckland Airport says that, coupled with construction and staff shortages, created the perfect storm of chaos.
And when that happens, it clogs up the system. If you imagine a big pipe coming in, it does get clogged at the end there. And so we did have people waiting in queues for longer than we wanted.
Auckland Airport says the median processing time through biosecurity and customs is 30 minutes, but last Sunday saw that blow out to around 2 hours. It recently hired around 30 extra staff and says more will be rostered on to service the busy school holiday period. The busiest day for international departures is tomorrow, with 15,000 travellers set to take off overseas, while October 1st will see the same number due to touch back down in Auckland.
So we all make sure that there are enough staff for this peaky period that we're in. What we can't guarantee, unfortunately, is that there won't be certain offshore delays or weather delays that impact airlines as they come into the country. But certainly everybody is prepared.
But Auckland Airport says while it can do everything possible to prepare, it's just one cog in the wheel. And behind the arrivals gate is another one of those cogs.
But on Sunday night, that was exceptional. And again, I want to apologise for anyone that never got through the airport in the speed that all of us wish to do.
It's here that passengers move through biosecurity checkpoints. Around half of all arrivals go through the express lane without X-ray or search. But during this week's delays, Biosecurity NZ says the 8 unscheduled flights threw that target off.
Some of them were high intervention flights. That then caused a lot of people into the baggage hall at one time, which took longer to process.
New Zealand is also the only country in the world that assesses every single passenger's biosecurity risk.
We can't have an invasive pest or disease come in, foot and mouth disease, fruit fly, Queensland fruit fly or brown marmorated stink bug. That would decimate our industry, decimate our farmers and growers and cause the economy a big hit. So we've got to get that balance right. We've got a world-class biosecurity system and we need to keep that.
So to try and speed things up, they've brought in 100 extra staff over the last 18 months and another 20 for the school holiday rush. And that arrival card you're given on the plane, there's now an option to fill it out online 24 hours before your flight. And if you've got nothing to declare, you'll likely be fast-tracked as part of a new trial.
So what we're doing is setting up a separate counter up the stair alongside customs. People will be processed through that, so they don't need to come down into the baggage hall and go through the process of the queues. They'll come down the stair if they're low risk and they'll go immediately to my express lane. But
Auckland Airport says being prepared as a passenger also goes a long way too.
Make sure that you're checking your travel app, check with your airline, make sure everything's going according to schedule, follow the security regulations. As you come back into the country, if you can complete a New Zealand Travellers Declaration form online, that's really helpful.
Hopefully causing less chaos and more smooth landings.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel to stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald. Click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.